Hello and very warm welcome to the New Indian Express. I am T A Ameerudheen. I am joined by my colleagues and senior journalists Preetha Nair from New Delhi and Anil S from Thiruvananthapuram. Today, we are going to discuss an important political issue that has been making ripples across India for the last couple of days. It's about the political statements made by Shashi Tharoor during his visit to the foreign countries as part of the diplomatic mission. As you all know, Shashi Tharoor is the head of a delegation that visited South American countries such as Guyana, Panama, uh, Colombia, and Brazil. His team is scheduled to visit the United States of America in a couple of days. We are not going to discuss about the diplomatic delegation here, but we are going to discuss about Shashi Tharoor's statements that have given Congress leadership, his party, Congress, and its leadership a huge headache. So let me bring Preetha Nair here. Preetha, what can we read from his recent statements?
This is not the first time Shashi Tharoor is making such statements, deviating from the party's official position, official stand, I would say. In the last 16 years, uh, maybe, since he joined politics in 2009, he has made several such comments, setting off online and offline, setting off speculations that, his potential shift to the BJP. So, but he stayed put, and I think this is a continuation of his earlier actions, or I would say. And then his recent comments. If you look at his recent comments, Modi government's vaccine policy, or COVID-19 vaccine policy, or the US trade tariff talks, and even an article written for the New Indian Express praising the LDF government. So this has embarrassed this party leadership, and it has to. The party had several times. The party had to intervene, and and it has distanced itself from Shashi Tharoor's remarks, and say that this is not our official position. So that's Shashi Tharoor for you. And if you rewind to 2022, he was a member of G23, the dissident group, and then he ran for the Congress presidential elections, and he contested against the official candidate Mallikarjun Kharge. Uh, but he managed to get more than 1,000 votes. So even then, the speculations were rife that he may join BJP, but he managed to. The party gave him a membership in CWC, the Congress Working Committee. So I think with this the new controversy, the new statements are nothing but I think this will. Well, if Greg Wayne is to be believed, he will he won't make any moves until the Kerala Assembly elections in 2026, where he's also looking for a leadership role, or and he's maybe like he's keeping his options open, and he's like consolidating his position. That's what I believe. I think.
Yeah. Okay, so since you mentioned about the 2026 Kerala Assembly elections, let me bring in Anil here. So Anil, so my first question to you is how Tharoor's statements have been received in general and in his constituency, Thiruvananthapuram in particular.
See, to a large extent, I completely agree with Preetha. Like she said, see, in Kerala politics in general, and in Kerala's Congress politics, they used to treat Tharoor like an outsider. They have always been treating Tharoor like an outsider due to many reasons. First, they have got this impression that he was kind of what paradrop from the center, and he didn't work his way to the top, and that kind of an image is there. But at the same time, Tharoor is somebody who has got his own image. Like he doesn't need the support of the party, and the entire middle class, the IT crowd, the youth, the apolitical crowd per se, they stand with Tharoor. So in that way, and he has made it very clear many a time that his image and his position is nation first and politics can wait. So that kind of attitude has been widely accepted, not just among his voters, and I must say to a large extent of BJP supporters, left supporters, they believe that he is right. In that way, his recent statements, or in that case, many of his statements are widely accepted by the not just by his voters, but by people from the other political parties also, right? Because I remember last week we had this express dialogue with the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, and he was saying we were asking him the same question because the Congress was not very keen on sending Tharoor as its delegate, but the CPM readily agreed to send John Brittas, and he was saying that see, we may have some differences with the political party, BJP as a political party, but when it comes to national security, when it comes to national interest, we won't mind sending a delegate because it's the same thing with Muslim League also. I remember Muslim League leader A.T. Muhammad Bashir, he was called by the Union Minister Kiran Rijiju to be part of the delegation, and he was saying, he told TNIE that the party takes it as a great privilege. Party is very happy to be part of such a delegation. So in general, all political parties, whether in LDF or UDF or in BJP, generally welcome Tharoor's stand in this particular issue. And having said that, I believe even a section within the Congress, they too believe that Tharoor is right. Because in such a scenario, when it comes to Operation Sindhoor or the Pahalgam issue, we should not play politics. And the BJP government, very cleverly, BJP government nominated Tharoor as the head of one of its delegations. And the state Congress leadership, at least certain leaders, they believe that the party should have taken a more tactical approach instead of not nominating Tharoor in the first place, and then there is political pressure, and then finally they give permission, and that could have been avoided. That's what they believe.
Yeah, correct. And Preetha, Anil just mentioned about the controversies that happened before sending the delegation to the foreign countries. Basically, Congress, the government asked all the political parties to submit a list of people to be included in the delegations, but Congress did not nominate Shashi Tharoor. And later, the center picked him up and made him the head of one of the delegations. So, in that context, do you think that Congress committed a blunder in not picking up Tharoor? What do you think?
Yes, of course. I think Congress made a grave mistake by not choosing, Shashi Tharoor as part of the delegation, because given his the 3 decades experience in UN and in various capacities, I think he would have been the natural choice for the party to be part of the global delegation, which represents India. So it represents the party also. So. Uh, Having said that, again, what riled the party, the Congress, is that the statements made by Shashi Tharoor, immediately after Operation Sindhoor and the militant, the India's response to the Pahalgam attack, uh, while Rahul Gandhi, his unqualified support to the government came at a time when Rahul Gandhi and other opposition parties raised serious concerns about certain intelligence failures and security lapses during the of this Pahalgam attack. This was raised in all party meeting, but then the Shashi Tharoor made such comments. So I believe the party was upset about the comments made by Shashi Tharoor.
So, Anil, again, continuing with the earlier point which you made, basically about the Kerala elections, which is coming into 2026. A few months ago, Tharoor made his intentions so that he is ready to take up a leadership role in Kerala's Congress party. Do you think that he still nurses such ambition?
Tharoor was hoping to become the prime minister of the country, and maybe he must be thinking that if not the prime minister, chief minister is the next best option. And I think there is nothing wrong in thinking like that. And in Congress in Kerala, we all know there is no dearth of CM candidates. There are a couple of people who are ready to become the chief minister. Only thing is the party is not in power, and we should look at it from different points of view. Like the counters in Kerala or the UDF, the opposition front, they're desperate to come back to power because in Kerala traditionally it'll be either LDF and then UDF, but this time for the first time in 2021 the left government came back to power. Like the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan got continuity in office, and so the UDF wants to come back to power. And then what is the next best? What is the best option for them? And even if the Congress leadership in Kerala is not very keen on Tharoor, many of the UDF allies, like the Muslim League thinks that Tharoor could be a best option. And it's a fact that Tharoor is one of the best crowd pullers in Kerala now. For the party, Tharoor is one of the best crowd pullers, and many social groups like NSS and all, they also support Tharoor. In that way, when the party is desperate, when the party is trying hard to come back to power, I think Tharoor could be the best option. And Tharoor, he knows that he has got wider support. Maybe he doesn't have the kind of support that his party should offer, but he has got the support of the mass base. He has got support from the political base. He has support from the youth and the political and the middle class crowd. And let me add one more point. I know that the CPM leadership, they were thinking that if the Congress, if the UDF projects Tharoor as their CM candidate, then what should we do? That was the kind of worry that the CPM leadership had. Now, with all these recent developments, I think maybe they must be thinking that the party may not project Tharoor as the same candidate, but still there is an opportunity. Like in 2026, since the Congress wants to come back to power, Tharoor could create such an impression, and finally the High Command may pitch in and High Command may nominate him as the chief CM candidate.
Okay.
So that possibility is still there, and I believe Tharoor knows that very well.
So many Congress leaders criticized Tharoor for his comments. For example, Udit Raj said Tharoor is a super BJP spokesperson. And Congress spokesperson Pawan Khera even quoted his book, The Paradoxical Prime Minister, to counter his praise for Narendra Modi. But in response, in a tweet from a foreign country, Tharoor said he has no time for the zealots. So, did you expect such a reaction from Shashi Tharoor in the first place? And the next question is, are people criticizing Tharoor are zealots?
It was the complete breakdown of communication thing between, the leadership and the party leadership, the so-called the proverbial high command and the Congress leaders. Because when Tharoor said this, obviously Tharoor's comment had, left the party red-faced. When he said that the surgical strike, it's for the first time, the Modi government struck across the line of control, which obviously that's why the party leadership, many leaders have come out in defense of the party. What Tharoor said, what in 2018, if you look at what Tharoor wrote in 2018, he said that it's shameful that the Modi government is using the surgical strike as a political tool. So Pawan Khera or other, even Jairam Ramesh has also cited Jairam also retweeted that, and in support of Pawan Khera. So it shows that the communication gap between the leadership, this has been happening for a long time. I believe the party has also issued it's not only Tharoor, even Salman Khurshid has also made such comments. Whether it's Salman Khurshid or even Manish Tiwari, they all said that you have to rise above party politics and support the cause of nationalism. But the Congress has also supported, the Congress has all along Congress has supported the military actions by the Indian government. But then clearly there is a communication gap between the leadership and uh, the leaders here.
Before winding up this discussion, let me ask you a final question, a common question, basically. What do you think the way forward for Shashi Tharoor, Preetha?
I don't think the party, there is a speculation that party will take action against Tharoor, but I don't think party can afford to take any action against Tharoor at this point of time. In view of this, the Kerala elections is one thing, and also party cannot afford another high-profile exit, like after Sindhya, after Jyotiraditya Sindhya or like that. So that's not going to happen. In Tharoor, I think Tharoor is going to stay put. I don't think Tharoor will, Tharoor is a brand of his own. So, I think, and he has also, his close friends, some of his close friends have said that he's not going to contest next Lok Sabha election, 2029. So maybe in this 5 years, this 4 years, he has 4 years, and he will. I think he will make use of this opportunity. His image, and you never know. He's also keeping his options open.
Yep. Anil, what do you think?
Yeah, almost same. Like Preetha said, Tharoor brand is above politics. Tharoor brand is
Yeah.
a brand on its own. And just to answer Amir's question, I don't believe, to be specific, I don't believe Tharoor will join BJP because given his lifelong opposition to Hindutva and
Exactly.
fundamentalism of
Yes.
any kind. And if we look deeply into his book, Why I Am a Hindu, he is trying to say that this is the kind of Hindu I am. I am not the BJP kind of Hindu. So I don't think he will go. And let me add some more points so that we'll get a better perspective. See, ultimately, this is all a perception battle. And long back, there were speculations in Kerala that Tharoor may try to go to TMC or AAP, Aam Aadmi Party. So he can be the leader of such a party in Kerala so that he can contest elections. He can be maybe win a couple of seats in the first election, and next it can be the primary opposition, and later it can come to power, and there will be a detailed roadmap and all. But I don't think that is going to happen. Tharoor is going to be in Kerala. Tharoor is going to be in Congress. That's what I feel. And if you remember, earlier talking to TNIE for our Express dialogues, and recently in another interview also, Tharoor made very clear that I have got options. And then he later he clarified that when he said I have got options, I was thinking about continuing with my literary pursuits, my writing, going for speeches and all. But like both of us or all the three of us said, Tharoor is a brand. Tharoor doesn't need Congress endorsement. Congress needs Tharoor more than Tharoor needs Congress. So I believe Tharoor will continue in the party. He will continue to come up with his own opinions, and it attracts the people, it attracts the crowd. So what is wrong in doing that?
Yeah, that's a great conclusion. Tharoor is a brand, and Tharoor doesn't need Congress. Congress needs Tharoor.
We also, it needs to be seen whether Congress will give him a bigger role, because his main grouse has always been, sidelined by the national leadership.
Fine. Thank you so much, Preetha Nair
Yes.
and S. Anil, for your time and for giving such a wonderful insights into the topic. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amir. Thank you, Preetha.